we learn a lot on YouTube. We learn a lot in tactics, and we get hit with ads, and we get hit with this and this new thing and that new thing. Obviously, with this person being in a position to help others and has a track record of it, kind of put your faith in someone who knows what they're doing. It's almost like a seeing a professional, seeing someone who's gotten the results that you haven't gotten, someone right above you or someone right in that next level to actually connect with, so that way you build up yourself a lot stronger and faster because they've gotten through a lot of things that you've gotten through. And the second,
Yes, sir. What's going on, family? It's your man, Mr. Law of Attraction, back for another video, and I got a saucy one for you. You guys love watching these testimonial videos, and I think it just builds a lot of belief for you guys, and this video will definitely deliver on that. I got my man Vaughn in the cut right now, and we got an amazing story. He went from 5,000 a month in the real estate niche. Then his first month did $50,000 after taking the Quantum Leap program. So we're going to be asking Vaughn some questions. What did he do that changed everything? What terror barriers? What C-type goals? What things did he implement into his life that really got him the results, and what you could take away so you can apply it to your life and then your business? And if you stay to the very end, I'll open up an opportunity for you guys to actually book a call with me so we can find out what's going on in your life so we can scale your business to the next level. So with that being said, Vaughn, what's going on, my man? How you doing?
doing good, man. How are you?
Blessed and highly favored. I appreciate your time. Appreciate you being here. And I love these kind of longer testimonials because they're really, anybody can film the little 30-second Instagram videos. But when you get somebody on here, they're telling their story. They can feel your energy. They can feel your story. They can know this. They know that you're a real person, that you're really implementing. And I think the energy does more than anything. So people are really going to get some value out of that. So thank you for being here, bro.
Thanks for having me, man. I'm glad to be here. I'm actually excited.
Let's do it. So the first thing we got to go is, Vaughn, who are you? Where are you from? What do you do? Like, what's the vehicle that you're in that even allowed you to go from 5K a month, so from 5K to 50K in a single month?
Okay, yeah. So my name's Vaughn Greathouse. I've been in real estate probably the past 12, 13 years. I'm from Michigan. I'm about 38. So not a rookie in the game, but definitely, in the business of real estate, it can get monotonous. It can get very stagnant, and honestly, the majority of people who get into real estate only last 3 years. So I just consider it a blessing to make it this far. And, got to the point in my real estate career that I was just doing the regular routine type of daily deal. And I got to a point where I was like, I need more, I need something more, and was looking up the law of attraction and Bob Proctor, and came across some of your videos. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was you doing this flex thing or like just happy and smiling and just like really living out what you talk about. And that is something that I don't get from a lot of gurus that are out there that just say, just want you to buy their course or just do something. But I felt as though you wanted to make a difference for people. So, with that being said, I had to sniff it out. I had to talk to my fiance, talk about the program, and got it together with you, and was super happy that I did. You immediately pointed out some things that you noticed about me, and I took it to heart. And so, I usually make about 5,000 a month, somewhere in that range, and came across a scenario where, after using some of the techniques and really raising my vibration, and I really didn't really capture raise your vibration, like raise your energy is like, does that mean just jump up and down? I don't really get it. And so, after using some of the things that you taught me, kind of really like shaping more of my beliefs, like I think I had the right ideas, but I think it was more of just kind of like, all right, this is where you're kind of moving off and on. And that was really instrumental for me to come into more of a believe in myself, and allow myself to be in situations where I could, make such a huge leap. It was really a big deal for me. So, I mean, shout out to you, shout out to the team. Thank you, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. You actually like some ideas started flowing. I remember when we got on that first call. That's back when I was in my old apartment, the one that kind of took off the channel. And I remember you were, if I'm not mistaken, we had a couple calls, or maybe you started in the school
Yeah,
group. And I remember we were
yeah,
just chatting back and forth. You were on the fence. I was like, let's hop on a call. And I remember we hopped on a call. You didn't buy that first call, which is actually really rare. A lot of people, they get the price and I never hear from them again. Like that's like 90% of people. But you actually did what you said. You got off the
yeah.
call, you knew the price, which I'm very frank, guys. It costs thousands of dollars to work with me. So I gave him the price. He got off the call. He said he's gonna speak with his fiance. He did. So what was that transition when you're like, all right, you got off the phone, your paradigms are getting in like, nah, that's a lot of money. Should I do this? Should I not do this? What was that kind of phase that made you want to come back and actually invest, you know?
Yeah, and I appreciate you pointing that out because it was sort of a mental battle that I was going through. Is this just going to be another program? Am I just going to dish over some money and never really get any results? And after talking with her, she's like, it seems like this is something important to you, something a little different. And so with that, it was really an idea of, do I want to stay where I'm at? Do I want to continue going on with this monotonous, regular, boring routine? Or do I want to elevate? Do I want to put myself in a position to become someone else, to do more, to do better? And the answer at the end of the day, going to sleep at night, it was like, yes, I do. And so once we hopped on another call, I was excited, I was ready to go. And ever since then, I never looked back. And so now it's a journey, right? So nothing is absolute. So it's a constant growth thing. And so staying plugged in with your channel, staying in plug with the group, staying connected has really allowed for who I know myself to be, to blossom and just become greater and better and do things with more inspiration rather than trying to pull myself or listen to some motivational videos. It's just who I am now. And so with that, I owe it to you, I owe it to myself, and so it's really one of those things where teamwork makes the dream work. But I think that having a mentor, having some guidance really sets the tone for how you can be 1 inch off and just a little nudge can get you on that forward trajectory. So I appreciate it.
Okay, yeah, appreciate it. So one thing that's in my mind, people are thinking right now, well, you're in real estate, man. Why would you hire a mindset law of attraction coach? Why not go hire a real estate coach, real estate investor, one of these gurus with the suits and stuff talking about real estate? Like, what? That doesn't make any sense. Like, what made you
Yeah.
kind of make that choice?
So I'm a big believer that everything starts in the mind. Like, no matter what it is, if you're an artist, you have a vision. If you're an engineer, you have a vision. No matter what it is that you're looking to capture, it all starts in the mind. And a lot of times you have that negative self-talk, or you have these things in your head that say you're not able to do that. And I start looking around the office and seeing these guys. I'm like, some of these guys are like some little nerdy guys. I'm not gonna lie. There's kind of like nerdy guys, but they're slinging deals and they're doing all this stuff. I'm like, there's got to be something that I'm not doing or I'm not believing, and then I asked the guys and they're like, yeah, man, you just go ahead and do it. And that's all. And I'm just like, if it was that easy, everybody would be doing it. But I knew that mentally there was some sort of block or way of doing things. And I remember going to meetings with people, possible big deals and just bombing them, like talking myself out of the deal, not believing in myself. And I think that that resonated with the folks that were, that I was in front of, and ultimately it was at my own expense. So by reaching out to you in the program, I was able to use different strategy, different techniques, and have a mentor to say, hey, catch me, kind of like a child when they're walking, like training wheels or something. Like, hey, man, you got it. You're doing a couple things that you could shift over, and that's going to make the big difference. And it really did. So that is kind of why I went to a mindset coach versus just strategy, because you just equate numbers, it's not that big of a deal. But if you come from within and you're really powerful, I think that helps people feel comfortable in what you're doing.
Yeah, I agree 100%. That's why I hired Bob, you know? So, okay, let's get into the material. You get started, you started learning some thinking to results program, Bob Proctor. You get some implementation questions answered. So, what are some of the first things that you implemented? Not just learn, because everybody has learned this information. Everybody that's watching this, they have seen the teacher. They know C-type goal. They know this. They know that. They know. But what is the things that you actually implemented that started taking your income and life to the next level? That you started to see actual results?
One of the major things that I did to start was the self-talk rampages and the mindset, just the repetition of the mindset. Like I think when I was flooding all of my mind with positive affirmations and really believing them, I started literally out of nowhere. I just started writing them down. Like I have these little uh postcards here, and I just was doodling, and I remember I was just writing like I believe in myself, I'm powerful, like all these different small things, and some of them would just be out of pure inspiration. But after practicing that, I began to believe it. And I've been, lately taking meetings now, knowing what I know and believing with true belief that this is it. I'm the best at what I do. I really feel that. And a lot of times that, I might not be for you, but if we do decide to work together and it's a fit, I'm gonna knock it out the park every time.
Mm. Okay, so I just got this another idea right now. Okay, so people are on the fence, like, why would I spend thousands of dollars for information that I already know? What was that? That was a big difference for me from like getting it for free on the YouTube channel and then paying for it. Did you notice? Here's what I say, and then let me know if this is kind of validate. When people pay, they pay attention. You were watching
Yeah.
it, you were listening to it, but when all those thousands of dollars left your bank account, you're like, oh shit, I gotta do this now. Did you see a big difference in like how you implemented, how you saw the material? Like, was there like what was that difference of like now you paid, now you're in this thing?
Yeah, that was it was a really big turning point because I was on the fence, on the fence, on the fence. And then once I actually made the transaction, I think you said something along the lines of like your transformation has already started. Like you're already just by you taking that action, you've already moved into who you are. So now what we're going to do is just mold that a little bit with more detail and get more. You're always really big on getting specific. And at times where I would just be very general, you would catch it and be able to work with me on becoming more defined. Because I think we had a meeting and I was talking about a car, and you're like, "Well, did you test drive it?
Mm,
What's the color?" Like you start going into detail, and I'm like, "Dang, you got me." So I was like, "All right, I got to go back in and those little things that you may think you're doing correctly." With a group or with a mentorship or even other people in the group, seeing how they respond really shows it reflects on yourself like, dang, I didn't think about that. So you start jotting it down or whatever, and that just becomes more of like you're actually a part of it versus on the outside looking in wondering what's behind the curtain. But it's going to be different for each and every person. So that's the cool thing about it, watching other people in the group grow as well. I'm like, they have something completely different going on than I do, but I'm still seeing the same underlying results, that they're quantum leaping, they're getting a lot of deals, they're doing different things, and it just like creates this tornado of good energy for people. So that I think was probably my biggest thing.
yeah, I think that'll be helpful for a lot of people. This next question I'm getting is, okay, here you are, you've been in the program now a few months now, I believe, right? About four or
Mhm.
five months or so. Okay,
Yeah,
take your self-image and what you've learned now, and I want you to project yourself to that future version of yourself right before you booked the call, right before you got started in this program. What is one or two things you would tell that past version of yourself before you got started? Oh, like to condense time frames. You get what I'm saying? It's like here you are now.
yeah,
Go back to your past version. What would you tell that person before you got started in the program of what you know now to help him get that quantum leap faster? Does that make sense?
yeah. Well, there'll be probably a couple of things. Number one would be you don't know everything you think you know. That being said, is we learn a lot on YouTube. We learn a lot in tactics, and we get hit with ads, and we get hit with this and this new thing and that new thing. Number one is I don't know what I don't know. And this, obviously, with this person being in a position to help others and has a track record of it, kind of put your faith in someone who knows what they're doing. It's almost like a seeing a professional, seeing someone who's gotten the results that you haven't gotten. someone right above you or someone right in that next level to actually connect with, so that way you build up yourself a lot stronger and faster because they've gotten through a lot of things that you've gotten through. And the second thing I would tell my previous self would be that you're going to be fine. There has never, the funny thing is, like, there's never been a time in my life where I haven't been okay. Like, I'm going to be fine. Even if it doesn't work, I know I'm going to be fine at the end of the day, but at the very least, I can give myself the benefit of the doubt that I'm going to come through. And you stuck through with it. You were on all the calls, the team was there. Like, it was very communicative. And that was the cool thing about it, is that I had this structure or this support underneath that really made the difference that I didn't know that I was going to have initially. So I appreciate it.
I love it, man. At the end of the day, you implement it. That's all. I just give you I put the jersey on you, but you got to run the ball for the touchdown, you know?
Yeah.
So if somebody's watching this right now, they're on the fence. They may or may not have the money, and they're thinking, all right, should I book a call with Mr. Law of Attraction? Should I join you guys in the program? We might even find this person on the next call on Thursday, right? So it's like, what would you
Yeah.
tell this person that's kind of on the fence and they're like, they've watched up to this point now? They're like, nobody's that's gonna watch this for 20 minutes and be like, all right, they're thinking about it. What would you tell that person?
I would tell them, have faith in yourself, take the leap, believe in yourself. I always just the idea in my mind came like an action movie. Life can kind of be a movie, but I was thinking about an action movie where you're running and then you see the edge of a cliff of the Grand Canyon, and then there's like, someone floating on a parachute, and you want to make that jump, and it's scary at the bottom, like you might fall. But the Quantum Leap program for me was kind of like that. Do I want to take the jump, or am I going to be able to float and sail, to my destination, and take the jump, grab onto Law of Attraction, grab on the Mr. Law of Attraction and the group. I'll be in the group on the calls as well. So, I think they should definitely believe themselves enough. If not, practice, talk to yourself, tell yourself, I believe I can do it, and really put yourself on the line. Give yourself a chance to do what you didn't think you could do, and watch things change, because it's just the way. I don't know how to explain it in detail like you do, but it
It just
happens.
works. That's
So
what I said. I don't know.
work.
I just know there's laws. If you apply it, it works.
Yeah.
So Vaughn, what's the next step for you, man? You just hit this goal. What's the next what's the C-type goal? What's the vision moving forward now?
Yeah, so that's just been a big question. I had some really great opportunities come across my desk in regard to marketing, and a lot of people look to me in the marketing space. So that's just a good direction that I really enjoy, that I think I can make a really big difference in. So I have some big meetings in regard to helping real estate agents who are out there get their business to the next level, but get more appointments on their calendar to really have great conversations and connections with the potential clients that they have. So I'm doing that, preparing to scale that out to 1 million a month. And then from there, sky's the limit. I just really want to be instrumental in this space and show people that they can make a difference if they team up with the right people.
I love it. And so where can people find you if they want to connect with you, whether in the real estate space or reach out to you, follow you? Like how can they get in contact with you?
Yeah, check me out. I have a YouTube channel called Living Great in Grand Rapids, which is where I'm from. I'm from Michigan, so I talk all about West Michigan, what it's like to live, work, and have fun out here in West Michigan. So make sure you check that out. You can find me on Instagram at vaughn.greathouse. I get on there, talk about new construction, a lot of new real estate opportunities, and keep people educated in real estate. So if you have questions around the market, relocating to a new city, I'm releasing a new relocation course. I have a mini course that people can gravitate towards called Not Quite Ready. So if you're on the fence about real estate buying or selling, you can reach out to me for that. And then go to my channel. I usually leave all my info there, but maybe you could
I'll
put it
put
in the
in the
link.
link in the description so they can click the links
Okay.
and then they'll be able to check that out. So yeah, if you want to connect with him, ask him questions about his business or if like he's legit and this is legit, whatever you guys want. Some of you guys like to do that. You guys can give him a follow on Instagram. And with that being said, guys, if you're ready to go ahead and take your business to the next level, who's this for? This is for the six-figure solopreneurs, meaning you're gravitating anywhere between 8,000 a month up to 30,000 a month, but you're stuck or inconsistent. No matter how hard you work, you're stuck. No matter how many courses or coaching you take on, long hours, information, ads, strategies, funnels, all these things that you've been trying over the last several months, it still seems like it's not working. Yes, you might be stuck at that level, or you try something, you get a lot of money, and then boom, you lose it all. There's something that's in the subconscious mind, and we're going to have to reprogram it. It's the same thing that Bob Proctor taught me over 5 years ago, changed my life, changed Vaughn's life. And I'm not teaching you anything that I created. I'm just a facilitator of this information that's been passed on to me from Bob Proctor. So if that sounds like you, or you want to scale yourself and your business to the multiple six-figure, if not seven-figure level, go ahead and check the link in the description below. Book a call with me. We'll get on a call, find out what's stopping you, build a game plan, and then you have an opportunity to get started in our coaching program. And then we'll see you right here on this YouTube channel as a testimonial as well. So click that link below. You'll also find Vaughn's information in there. Okay. Thank you guys so much. See you guys soon.
Hey.